Man, don't those fields look good when we're done. So, Mike Collins, we baled this today. I cut it, on that Thursday evening? Before the rain Friday, something like that. It did get rained on right after I cut it, but it was still green, so that's fine. And we did across the road, the 4 acres, Jonas, and believe it or not, that made over 100 bales an acre. So 419 on just under 4 acres. That is insane, but it's well fertilized. This is Monday. It's going to rain tomorrow, I think starting about 10, 11 a.m. We're just trying to get hay back tonight. I've got 190 on this wagon. There's 97 still in the trailer. That is all the hay that is left yet. Dad is on his way back. He's going to get the baler. We're pulling it back behind the pickup. We got the mower here. We got the farm, all the cattle, the rake, my goosenecks here. We got a lot of trips to make, but probably not all tonight. Just trying to get things back that do not have lights on the back of them like these wagons. This is the last wagon left here. I was half tempted to hook up to the rake and take it, but I don't think it'll sneak up under that wagon and tie to it very well. Good day of baling here. We haven't had too many. This is only our second full day of making any hay. So 600 the weekend before. And then this here today, 419 over there, 3 something over here. So right at another shoot, that'd be about an 800 day. So not bad, not bad. Kind of what I figured. I figured we'd do 800 bales today. I was really hoping we would. And if we had one more good day, I would have cut more. But no, rain tomorrow about 10, 11 a.m. So happy to get this up. It dried really good, especially here at Mike's. Got people waiting on hay, and this won't be in the barn long, I have a feeling. So it'll be going places. So yeah, that's that. And like I said, just waiting on Dad to come back. He should be about halfway back here, and he's grabbing the baler. I'm going to take his wagon and I'm bringing back the spreader, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, afternoon everybody. So here's what's going on. Dad and I just baled this 10 acres that we rent just down the road from us, about maybe a mile, if that. We did 515 here. It's our first cutting alfalfa mix. Hello, cattle over there. They've been a good audience. We cut this Thursday. This is Monday. It's had plenty of time to dry out, so we let it dry out really good. And it's just, I don't know. We had, well, I mean, we could have probably baled up yesterday, but we actually didn't rake it. It'd been tedded once. Yeah, I think once. And then let it lay all day yesterday, didn't touch it at all, and then came back and we raked it this morning about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and we got to baling just after lunch, probably about 12:30, quarter to 1, and made some really nice hay. Came in really nice moisture-wise. That trailer over there is loaded. I don't know how I lost count, whatever, but I needed to put 100 on it for a customer. Instead, I've got 130. Oh well, maybe I can talk him into 130, or I'll just take 30 off. Trying to be careful. I know last year, you know, we got started out really good, and first cutting was great. But last year we got started earlier. This year we haven't been able to because of the rain. But anyway, last year things are going gangbusters. Yields were good. All that was good. And then mid-June it just stopped raining. And second, third cuttings, anything, if you could get it. I think this field here we got 280, I think, off of, and it was ridiculous. Not even worth doing hardly, but we did it anyway. So I'm trying to be real careful because we don't know. It could dry up again, you know, next month. Who knows? It's going to rain tomorrow, almost an 80% chance. I think they pushed it back till in the afternoon, and then Wednesday morning, and I think we'll get back to cutting Wednesday evening. So a couple around here, and then we need to go out. I need to get over to Ford's because we go through downtown Jamestown to get there, and they're closing down a bridge for like 110 days or something like that. Anyway, all summer long. And to get there, if that bridge is closed, got to go about 4 miles out of the way, all back roads and just cutting across, and it's not fun. So we might try and get that here soon. Given this year, man, I don't know that we're going to make it to some of these places that we should be able to for third and fourth cutting. So that's just how it is. So man, we should have a bunch by now. Instead we don't. I think before we did this one, which this made 515, we were at 2,200 or something like that. So now we're 2,800 bales for the year, and we should be double that. We really should. Good morning. This is Sunday morning. I'm gonna head back out to cut some more at Kirkendall's big field. I have to go back through Jack's to get there. Well, kind of don't have to, but I like doing that better than going up past their house, crossing the creek, going through their cattle pastures, and up to the field that way. It's a 26 acre field that is basically landlocked. It'd be real nice to come off of the field back there to our south that is owned by someone else, and I have asked several times for permission just to go down the fence line, the fence row there, and I could even, they plant beans every year, so, and they do the big wide rows. I could miss their rows. I could straddle their rows and then not run over anything, but that's not an option. One brother says, yeah, go ahead. The other brother says, no, you're not doing that. So I don't know what his deal is with us. I don't know. But that's that, and we'll deal with that. But it'd make it real easy to get to that field if we can do that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Jack's property over here. So that is a pasture up there that we can lock him in there up here. This is his corral. When we go to separating cattle and stuff, makes it real easy. I actually had 3 of ours a couple years ago, because the only thing that separates our property from Jack's is this creek. Ours is not on the other side yet, but we'll get up there once we get past the barn and all that here. That's our property up there. But 3 of ours actually made it over here one time and was just hanging out with his herd. Anyway, somebody has been over here to spray some weeds. That's cool, because we need that. But that's a nice area for separating cattle. But here's the gate where we can lock the cattle up around the hillside, which makes it nice if we're working back here. We don't have to keep shutting the gates and all that. We know that they're in there and they're gonna be fine. They got a water thing right over there. Jack always keeps this mowed down, and I feel really bad that I haven't had time to come over here and do it. Jack's in his 90s, and he's had some health issues, and he's trying to stay healthy because he lost his wife several years ago due to health issues, and he's just trying to be real careful. But Jack owns quite a bit of property here. I think over here on this side of the road, because Jack's house is on the other side over there, I think there's like 65 acres back here. Some pasture, some farmland. I do the hay now where my cousin Chad used to. All first cutting hay goes in this barn, and we'll get to the story on that barn in a minute. But I do the hay now. Dana Wiseman does the row crops. There's actually a field of corn back here. I'm gonna guess it's maybe about the same size as the hay field, maybe 15 acres somewhere in there. But this barn here got blown out in a storm. The doors were blown off, and this end of the barn was blown out, laying out here. The other end had a big old bow in it. The same guys that did our barn, Ruben and Arrowhead Structures, they came and fixed it up for him. Not total replacement, but fixed it up for him. So, and I'll get a video of putting hay in there. All his first cutting goes in there, and he usually feeds it to cattle. But Jack likes to keep everything mowed down, and he just hasn't been able to. And the only piece of equipment right now that Jack can actually get on because of his legs and his age and things like that is his zero-turn mower, which is the same zero-turn mower he mows his yard with. And I hate to see him out here mowing out here with it, but he's done it. He did it last year. I have not seen him do it this year. So that windstorm that wiped out Jack's barn did this stuff. I mean, just look at some of the tree damage, and that's nothing yet. I'll see if I can get up here quickly to, and yeah, this is the long lane that we get back here. Alfalfa fields right up there that we got to go through. Just tons of tree damage. This all happened on a Sunday evening. This was about a month and a half ago, maybe. And there had to be some serious wind come through here. And I think it was all straight line. I don't know if you can see the big sycamore laying down over there. Just unreal. I'll get to it a little better here. You can get a little bit better of a shot. But that is a huge tree laying down back over there. It's one of those big white sycamores like we have at the back of our property. So that's impressive. And it just had to go through this valley here. It just, because we didn't have wind damage at home. I mean, it picked up a little, but nothing like this. And I think it was just straight line winds. This thing, I know that, so that the creek's on the other side of that little fence. But that's impressive. And that's a hedge apple tree, which, those trees are strong. Pretty good root system under the ground, as you can see, but the wind knocked that over. That's just impressive. He's got maybe 30 head of cattle out here now. I see one up here on the hillside. That's that. We're gonna get up here to these gates, these double gates right up here, and go through the alfalfa field to get to Kirkendall's back here. So third pass in this field. Everything's going good. Before I turn the camera back on, just wanted to make sure that everything was going well. See the mower in the mirror there. Or back there. Got it on my left side right now, or however the camera makes it look. Funny, I had a guy riding with me one time. Worked at the gas station over on Jasper, and was going the field straight across from me. He came across the road, wanted to drive a little bit, ride a little bit, whatever. He's now out in California. My good buddy Pama, however you want to say it, P-A-M-M-A. Maybe he watches my videos. How you doing, buddy? Miss you. Anyway, he was riding in the tractor with me. I'd gotten to the end of the field, and he was making videos on his phone of himself also. But anyway, got to the end of the field, switched the mower around, and came right back down beside it. You know how this mower works, center pivot, you can go right to left. And he looked, he said, "Where'd the mower go?" I said, "It's over there." He didn't know it worked like that. That was funny. I'll never forget that. He was asking me if I ever get to plow any ground or work any ground. I said, hardly ever. I said, but when I do, I really do enjoy it. But I said, with hay, unless something comes in and kills it out, we don't have to. And he thought that was really neat. This is almost a two-hand job switching the mower around here, but I'll make it work. So, this is the field back here that I would love to be able to come down through and get to this field, because Harness Road is over there, my buddy Mike's place over there. I would really like to come down along that tree line and make an opening over here to get into the field. Go down along there. That'd be nice. Now, I guess it's not gonna happen. But Harness Road is right there. That'd be really easy to get to this field instead of going the way we just had to, but that's how it is. All right, well, last couple passes here in this big field. Yeah, wasn't planning on doing all this, but because of logistics and could not get a ride from the field, and you know how far it is to get back here and what trouble it is. Tracy would have come and got me, but she doesn't know how to get back here. And it's complicated. The gates you gotta go through and all that. Lord knows where she would end up. You know, we have the mule now, and it's real easy to jump on it and give us a ride. Dad did get tethering jacks. You can see him over there. I better watch what the heck I'm doing here. So yeah, this is the last little bit I got of this field. So, and it always feels good when you're in a huge field like this one. It's huge for us. Maybe not you row crop guys, but this is 25, 26 acres, whatever. It always feels good to be on your last pass. I'm thinking there's a nice breeze blowing across this field. What Dad tethered there on those outside rounds that I cut yesterday is looking actually kind of dry. This may round bale tomorrow. This is it right here. This is all I got left here in this field. Clutch a little bit, make sure, see if I can catch all this last pass. So we cut like 10.5 foot. Let me see what I got here. Creeping with the clutch, creeping. Got it. All right. We will turn PTO off, get things back to center. On that skirt there in the front, it says Kubota. It's just about wore off, but between the B and the A of Kubota, if you got your tongue there, you're good. Looky there, there goes a deer crossing the field. Can you see that? If not, Alec, make sure you close in on that. There it goes. That is a doe, unless it's a small buck. I can't tell from here. I know somebody killed a big buck back here. It's about wore out, back to the edge of the field, wondering where it crosses. There it goes. All right. I don't hunt deer. I don't have the time to do that. Don't have nothing against it. Shoot, I ain't even got time to go fishing anymore. I'm gonna see if I can sneak through right here instead of going all around that ditch there. Didn't mow this little spot right there because there was a washout there. Pretty bad one. This little area doesn't grow anything. But we mowed it. We're gonna see what we do sneaking through right here. All right, I'm gonna be heading back to the house. Boring stuff. I brought you with me on the way up here. I'm just gonna be going back. That's all it is. We'll see you in a little bit.